Why can't you just go away? We're gonna have to draft a corner again, aren't we? If I hear I own you one more time. Hey, Bears fans! We still own you! I really hope Justin Fields is good. Oh, Lions fans, did you think that you would actually win against Aaron Rodgers' last regular season game? Nope! At what point does this become abuse? Hey, Vikings! Even if we're paying Rodgers $50 million, you're still paying Kirk Cousins $45! Oh, hey, Aaron Rodgers is getting Kirk Cousins money. Honestly, the only reason I'm not crying right now is because at least we won a Super Bowl this year. Yes! Yes! This means Devontae Adams is gone, right? Right? At least maybe we'll take MVS from them. Well, we have a whole new front office, so maybe we'll actually learn how to play offense. Okay. So we'll be good in 4 years. This is my nightmare. Wait, is there going to be anyone else on the team? Is Russell Wilson still available?
Welcome to Joe Sports Channel. You can follow me on Joe the Fighting John Instagram. You can follow me on Taker Devlin hashtag Joe Sports Channel. Ladies and gentlemen and boys and girls of all ages, to all the wonderful and fantastic, beautiful Boonie believers out there, it is March 12th, 2022, and I hope you all are having a fantastic evening. I love you all, and I miss you guys so much. Folks, on tonight's show, we have a lot to talk about, and I had to play that video before the national anthem and before the show got started. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't say it better, but this man right here, number 12, the jersey I'm wearing, is returning to the Packers. And I told you all along that wherever Aaron Rodgers goes, I will support him. I wasn't too sure if he was going to come back in a Packer uniform. I still had faith. I wasn't too sure, but I had faith that he would still come back no matter what. Even if he went to Denver, even if he went to Chicago or Minnesota, I would support that guy no matter what. I even had ideas that he might even retire. I had that feeling. And then a few days ago, we have some breaking news that Aaron Rodgers signs a 4-year contract with the Green Bay Packers, the highest quarterback in the National Football League. $200 million, 153 guaranteed. Ladies and gentlemen, he got his wish. And this quarterback deserves it. Hashtag Packers and Aaron Rodgers will defeat and conquer the NFC North for the next 4 years. There's something to still prove in Green Bay, Wisconsin. And guess what? He's back for good. Packer Nation, let's get rolling. I see the chat. Good evening, Joe. Looking forward to the show tonight. Guys, Rita Miller is such an incredible person, a good dear friend of mine, but she is truly a great Boonie believer. Guys, we got two guys in the back, one from Vancouver, British Columbia, and the other from London, Ontario, Canada. Before I bring both of them up, the guy on the left, Sam Musa, it's his birthday tomorrow, and we're all going to wish him a happy birthday. On your marks, get set, go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sam Musa. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Sam Musa. And I love you, and I'll see you in 1 second. Ladies and gentlemen, from London, Ontario, Canada, Sam Musa, and from Victoria, British Columbia, Ing. Good evening, folks.
Good evening.
Joe, I just want to say thank you so much. It really means a lot. Thank you so much.
Sam, did you forget your birthday again? Like, you didn't know if Joe didn't ask.
Anytime.
Thank you so much, Joe. I really appreciate it.
I didn't know either. Okay, if it makes you feel better, I didn't know either.
Yeah, of course. Happy
early birthday, my friend. Inshallah.
Happy birthday to you, Sam. Happy birthday to you. Thank you, Rita. Means a lot. Thank you so much.
Jamal Othamani in the chat. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Thank you, Jamal. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Jamal.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sam. Happy birthday to you. Rita Miller says that to Sam Musa.
Thank you, Joe.
Oh, Rita.
Thank you. Thank you, Rita, Joe, Ing, and Jamal. Means a lot, guys. Thank you.
Sam, I can breathe right now because this man's coming back. Yeah. I can breathe. What are your thoughts on Aaron Rodgers returning?
I'm so happy. I got my birthday wish. I got my birthday wish. Thank you, Aaron Rodgers, coming back to Green Bay for 4 more years. And these 4 years, you have to win a Super Bowl. Please. Yeah. You got to do it for Green Bay and all the Packer Nation out there, all the fans out there.
There's something to prove still in Green Bay. That's why.
Thank you, Long Brain TV. Appreciate it.
That's why the Packers did anything they can to bring back Aaron Rodgers. Now, I want to ask you about Davante Adams. They put a franchise tag on him. What are your thoughts on the whole thing, bringing back Davante at least for another year? Sam?
I mean,
thoughts on Davante Adams at least as a franchise tag. Do you like that idea? Do you enjoy that idea?
I mean, it was all right, but I wish they actually signed him to a contract. I know we have no money, but still, like, I don't know. I guess franchising tag was the best thing, but we'll see what happens.
You know what I love?
How old is he now? How old is he now?
Aaron Rodgers?
38.
38.
Same age as you, Hank. Same age as you, my friend.
Then Davante Adams is like 27, I believe.
No, I think Davante's younger than that, my friend.
No, but here's the thing. Sometimes it helps a franchise just to have a big name, to keep them or, hire them.
I like the idea. I do like the idea.
I do too.
Because you know what? When the mainstream media talking about Aaron Rodgers, that he's going to leave Green Bay. Like, I even had thought that this guy's leaving. I still had that feeling. 1 second, Sam Musa. I still had that feeling he might come back. And you know what? There was times that, would it be better if he would actually just retire than go to a different team? I thought about that. You know what? I would rather see him retire as a Packer. And what did he do? And what did the Packers do? They signed him for a 4-year deal. And at least $153 million is getting. That's guaranteed. And the contract, obviously, is $200 million. Right? Sam, go ahead. What you were saying.
So, here's my thing. I thought I was the same with you. When we lost to the 49ers in the NFC game, like the first game, obviously, against them, I thought, I'm like, Aaron Rodgers is done. We're going to be stuck with Jordan Love for a long time. I'm not going to be happy about this. I even called you that night about it. We were both upset. I didn't even sleep that night. I was upset. And I'm like, wow, we're screwed. We're going to be screwed with Jordan Love. But when I see the news, Aaron Rodgers has agreed to a 4-year deal. and like 200 billion, I believe. I'm like, that's crazy. Like, I'm so happy. Number 12 is back. Greatest Green Bay Packers quarterback of all time.
He is. There's no question about that. People can hate him all they want, but he's the most interesting guy on the field and off the field. The guy's so smart, man. I love the man. You know what? I hope he owns one day. Actually, he runs his own podcast. I think he'd be a great host on his podcast, like a Joe Rogan, like one of those guys out there. I would love to see Aaron Rodgers.
Also, Aaron Rodgers is the most talented quarterback of all time. Most talented quarterback of all time.
Absolutely, there's no question about that.
Most talented.
The guy can do. You know what? Thomas Edward Brady Jr. is the GOAT. Okay.
Yeah.
But Aaron Rodgers has more capability than that guy can.
Aaron Rodgers is the top 3 quarterback of all time. It goes Brady, Manning, then Rodgers.
Yeah, I agree.
Then it goes Marino, then Drew Brees.
See, with Marino, what I loved about Marino is he was not only a guy that would throw the ball, but he would scramble around the pocket, and he would know where to throw to. Even times when he was under pressure, he found a way to throw that ball before getting hit, and that's called an elite quarterback. An elite quarterback, you need something like that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. If you want to,
you're more than welcome, brother, to come up the panel.
To have a good team, you need a good quarterback. Like after the Broncos got Russell Wilson, we all know about that. They're a playoff team right now. But if they were stuck with Drew Lock, no, they're not a playoff team. You need a good quarterback to be good.
Well, isn't it like if you have no goalie, there's no team? We'll talk about the Leafs first later. I mean.
Yeah,
right?
If you have, like hockey, if you have no goalie, you're not going to be a good team. Same with football. Right. If you have no good quarterback, you're not going to be a good team.
No, you won't be. That's facts right there. You're spitting facts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would love to bring up a clip, and then we're going to bring on a great man who's a diehard Giants fan. But let's play this clip first, and let me just, you know what? Might as well get these 2 individuals on the panel. And I see somebody backstage. The man that was a week ago here, he's actually backstage for the first time in a couple of weeks. So
John made it back home.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it's Kenny TV, and it's Mr. John Lodenatis from Lubbock, Texas. What the hell are you wearing?
Hey, Joe. Hey, Sam. Hey, Ing. Hey, John.
Hey,
how you doing?
John, good to see you.
What's going on, John, over there? St. Patty's Day, my friend. Guy looks like he's drunk out of his mind.
Yeah, that's what it was like. Yeah,
he has no audio.
No.
He only sees us dancing.
How are you, John?
I was supposed to be on voice chat with Helen and a bunch of people, but Helen chickened out.
Nice. Thank
you.
Let
me play this clip, and then we got lots to talk about. So
now he's Pittsburgh.
And then I thought, who's streaming? Gotta be somebody.
You guys are something else, man.
Yeah, that's right.
I look forward to you guys each and every weekend.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, let's stop this for a sec. Okay. So this was breaking news a few days ago.
This was not an easy decision for Aaron Rodgers, or something that he really weighed heavily for the last several months. There was some real options. Retirement was an option. Going to the Denver Broncos was an option as well. But in the end, thanks in part to so much of the work the Green Bay Packers have done to make sure that Aaron Rodgers has been in the fold, appreciated, part of everything that they are doing, all of that. This is a part of the reason, a lot of the reason why Aaron Rodgers ultimately decided earlier this morning to return to the Green Bay Packers, informing some friends, and then informing the Packers. Pat McAfee officially broke the news a couple minutes ago. My understanding is that Rodgers has agreed to terms on a massive new extension for 4 years, $200 million in new money. So a long-term extension rather than a short-term deal. $153 million in guaranteed. The deal is front-loaded. So Rodgers gets a lot of it early, and it also lowers his cap number this year, which allows the Green Bay Packers to do a lot of the things they want to do in free agency, including keep Davante Adams as well.
For more perspective, we bring in our colleague Tom Pelissero. And Tom, as Ian just detailed, we've been waiting for months to see what Aaron Rodgers would do. And now it seems that the Packers have a roadmap towards free agency.
Is it just me, or is there an echo?
More importantly, Will, they now have the road seemingly.
I hear the echo too.
Not just you.
That he has spoken many times.
There's an echo?
I have echo cancellation on mine.
It's not bad, but there is.
You would certainly anticipate that Rodgers is going year to year at this point in his career. So when we get the final details on that contract,
mute your mic, please. Just let's see
$200 million.
what happens when you mute your
exactly
mic.
the type of flexibility Rodgers might have to walk away at any point. But the relationships certainly have improved. You go back to last summer when Rodgers came back to the teams and delivered that extensive media conference on the first day of training camp, in which he laid out all the issues.
Well, there is an echo.
He had decided at one point that he would tell the Packers, if you want to go to Jordan Love, you don't want to extend me, just trade me. To get from that point to where we are in the past several months here, where he was speaking effusively, not just about Coach Matt LaFleur and others on staff, but about the front office, about Mark Murphy, about general manager Brian Gutekunst. All of that certainly seemed to point toward Rodgers returning to Green Bay.
Echo's getting worse, man.
Yeah, Joe, can you mute John? Just
I shut it off. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the echoing. But anyways,
Dude, it started off. It's only a little annoying.
Yeah,
and
no, it got worse.
Yeah, it got
over
bad.
time.
we got another man backstage from the great city of London, Ontario, Canada. Good friend of mine. Love this guy. He's always on the panel. Johnny, and it's always a B, and it's always a good. He's a certified G, folks. Good evening, Johnny. Be good.
Hey, Johnny B.
Nice.
You know, guys, now they're ganging up on us. They're all from London, Ontario. We have to stick together,
It's
Kenny.
the 49er fan
And John.
club. Johnny
Good to
B.
see you, Johnny B. Good to see you.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't wear my Niners
Hold on.
gear. I'll go grab my.
The JLB Army. It's the Joe Sports London, Ontario Army will come after us.
That's right. That's right. You better behave.
You guy are our group.
It's the Italian.
Not gonna lie.
That's
Right. I hear they go around trolling other sports groups. That's just a rumor I heard.
Not really.
I want to get three guys' opinion on
They're
this,
good
thoughts
people.
on this, actually.
I know.
Johnny,
I was
what are
just
your
joking.
thoughts on,
That's right.
Aaron Rodgers returning to the Packers, Johnny B. Good. What are your thoughts on the whole thing?
He is returning. Sorry, I missed that news today.
No, this is a few days ago. You don't know?
Sorry, I'm still in work mode. I just finished.
I just found out while watching tonight.
Whoa. Wait a minute.
He lives in Canada. How would he know?
Aaron Rodgers is returning to the Packers for a 4-year deal, $200 million?
No, I thought he was signing with the 49ers. Sorry, I missed that.
Are you kidding? What is it? Oh, it's St. Patty's Day. I get it. I understand now. You forgot. You forgot what happened.
Or you're just bitter, Johnny, because you're just bitter.
You see, folks, 49er fans like to push my button. They always do.
The only thing I heard was Garoppolo was having surgery, but yeah, sorry, I missed. I've been trying to get up to date on my hockey news, so I missed. I heard about the Russell Wilson trade, which I think will blow up in Denver space.
But did you guys hear this? The 49ers told Aaron Rodgers, "No, you. We're sorry. There's no deal on the table at this time."
I just love seeing the Aaron Rodgers when he's a younger man, early, and he's always wearing his 49ers gear. You know, I just love watching those pictures.
Well, look.
I think this is great news, but I think the likelihood of them winning another championship is the likelihood of the Raiders winning another one.
Luckily, the Giants will win 4 games next year.
Yeah, but I'm saying like
that many
winning with Rodgers at his age.
That many.
I'm saying winning with Rodgers at his age is the likelihood of the Raiders winning another championship anytime soon. Yeah,
the Raiders will win another. The Raiders will win before the Giants will do anything.
I don't think that's very likely. Raiders haven't won since the 80s. And
since John Madden was around, yeah.
And that's not going to change for quite a while. Giants get a better coaching staff, get a better quarterback, and get more defense. They
keep
be
picking up
unstoppable.
49ers players, so that might help.
Yeah, I mean, all they need is top coaching and probably a better quarterback and some defense.
You good over there, John?
Trevor Lawrence isn't that bad of a quarterback. People need to understand that. And Doug Peterson, I think it wasn't that bad of a hiring. I think it was a good hiring. And I like James Robinson a lot. And we'll see what Travis Etienne has.
Raiders' problem is they keep on changing locations. Yeah, it ain't working.
They do. And you know what? I still consider them the Oakland Raiders. It's the same thing. Let's talk about, the Washington Redskins turned into the Washington football team, and now they turned into the Washington Commanders.
Joe, they didn't even win in Oakland. Last time they won was in L.A.
Last time they won, right?
They may be their second losing location, but it may not be.
I'm glad they made the playoffs last year. Right? I'm glad they made the playoffs. It's just a matter of time if the Raiders are going to keep going towards that winning caliber year, right? Like you look at,
I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. I mean, the coaching change. I thought Gruden was doing all right with them, but it'll be interesting to see what the coaching change.
John Gruden is garbage.
But Vegas might be telling them, "No, you need to move."
You know what, Sam Musa, John Gruden is not garbage. Look, what he did was wrong. That was 10 years ago.
He's garbage.
That's not going to change the fact that I respect the guy as a coach and I respect him. What he did in the broadcasting industry. John Gruden made Monday Night Football great again. If you really want to talk
who's
about
garbage?
They're all good in some ways, Sam Musa.
Well, he can certainly use him back in the boot.
The Mannings made Monday Night Football great again.
Matt Nagy is garbage, if anything.
Matt Nagy?
Yeah, he's garbage.
Where's Matt Nagy now, Sam Musa?
Oh, he's he's quarterbacks coach for the Chiefs.
How bad could you get a guy like Matt Nagy to this?
Matt Nagy and Adam Gase.
No, I'm just saying Gruden didn't make Monday Night Football great again. The Manning brothers did. Oh yeah.
Oh man, Manning just started commentating on football. Man, Gruden.
Yeah, they need some work in the offseason with that.
I'm just saying.
It kind of put me to sleep listening to those guys.
Well,
nah, I wasn't asleep, man. Plus, they had great guest stars on. That's right.
They do have good celebs, but I'm just saying Peyton himself is not really exciting to listen to. But
well, Eli's a little bit more exciting.
Peyton Manning is the second best quarterback of all time.
Oh yeah, I'm not arguing his numbers. I was just saying in the broadcast.
You just said that somebody else was. You keep on changing who's the first, second, third best, all that.
John, Mr. Laurinaitis, I know what's going on over there. You look like you're having a rough day. I don't know what's going on in
John
Texas.
always the second best
no.
quarterback.
John has a good day. Trust me.
Right.
John
Elway.
I gotta visit you.
Mr. Laurinaitis, you have to be happy. Mr. Laurinaitis, come on, you have to be happy.
I'm happy.
He is happy.
If you're happy, then I'm happy.
Any news?
How dare you? He's happy.
I think John Elway could beat Peyton Manning in a quarterback contest any day of the week.
You must
Elway's the second best of all time.
You must be on something, Kenny TV. But I want to ask Mr. Laurinaitis, what are your thoughts on Aaron Rodgers returning to the Packers, John?
What do I think?
Yeah, what do you think about the whole situation coming back to Green Bay?
I think that's good. If he can get that kind of money, God bless him.
Yeah, I just hope they don't bug him about his vaccine status again. No.
Come on, man. Mr. Vaccination. I don't think. I think that's unreal. Hey, if he can get that kind of money, I wish I could get that kind of money.
Sure,
yeah. Woo, unbelievable. Yeah, I think that's good. I mean, hey, he demanded it and he got it. And I don't know. He was, you know what I mean?
I just feel they've been shortchanged the last 2 years. I mean, they always get to the championship game or they get to the playoffs. They have a great regular season.
That's true.
No, I'm just saying I compared the likelihood of them winning, right, with that quarterback too. Right.
What quarterback are you talking about?
No, I'm saying Rodgers is one young and is trying to win older. The likelihood of that is not very high. He already won it.
The likelihood Peyton Manning won it before he retired. Thomas Edward Brady Jr. won it before he retired. These older quarterbacks are winning it before these younger quarterbacks.
I'm just saying.
When you're a Giants fan, you're just dreaming the Giants to win. Remember that movie?
I'm just saying that.
Oh my God!
Who left?
Go ahead, Kenny.
Oh, Sam.
He
Well, it's London. It's
he
London,
doesn't seem
Ontario.
like he has it in him anymore. I've seen the guy playing.
Aaron Rodgers still
No Wi-Fi, John. No Wi-fi.
most
I'm
of
just
the
saying, man. I don't see it happening. I'm not an expert.
You're not an expert. You don't have to be an expert. Just look at the numbers that Aaron Rodgers did last year. What, 37, 38 touchdowns, 4 interceptions? The man is unreal.
Yeah.
But the problem is we have a slump. It's like the Toronto Maple Leafs.
That's his numbers, but numbers don't matter. Whoever wants it more, that's the one that wins. So he's got to really want it.
Of course, you're absolutely right. But it doesn't
Numbers
come down
mean
to only Aaron
nothing in
Rodgers.
season
It comes,
two.
it comes down to the team. You have to win as a team. One player can't do it all. I'm sorry.
Everybody has to
Maybe draft
some.
a few more weapons for him if they can get a couple more.
Everybody needs to be like that Van Halen song. Everybody wants some. They don't all want it, then none of them get it. It has to be everybody wants some. I want some too. Yeah, that's right. That's to be like a fever. That's to go around to everybody. If the fans and nobody else and not all the players have the fever, then he ain't gonna win nothing.
Oh, you gotta have the team to win it.
You all gotta have the fever. That's right.
The 49ers game, playing against San Fran at Lambeau Field in a divisional game. Okay, special teams. Gotta be kidding. Special teams will lose, man. Unreal. And then I gotta give respect to Johnny B. Good's team. I don't care what anybody says, guys.
You know what?
I mean, I would say if they really got the fever,
that game.
if they really got the fever, they get to the conference game and lose, and then get the fever even more and win the next year. That would be impressive.
Yeah.
The worst thing in football is to lose in the semis. The championship game.
I'm just saying, but you lose the round before that, and doesn't shut you down. You come even hungrier and take the whole thing. That would be impressive.
That would be.
Well, that would mean
where
he's got the fever. But maybe he doesn't have it. I don't know.
Let's switch gears quickly. I know Johnny B. Good must be happy on this. Russell Wilson moving from Seattle to Denver. What are your thoughts on Russell Wilson leaving to Denver?
I've watched enough of him. I just feel he's not the same quarterback the last 2 years. He's almost been, I would say, easy to get to or sack. He just he hasn't really been impressive to me. So I don't think Denver's, I think that was a bad deal for them to give up 2 first rounds and a second and plus their quarterback. So I don't think they're getting, the 2016 Russell Wilson. I don't know. For me, good for Denver. Good for Seattle, which I don't like because they get all these draft picks. They're going to be bringing in a whole boatload of talent, which I don't like. But the Broncos, I get the Broncos are trying to compete in that division with the Raiders and the Chiefs, but I just don't see it.
Look, Denver gave up a lot, like you said.
Way too much for my liking.
They gave up a lot, but look, you got to look at it this way, Johnny B. Good. They really haven't had a good quarterback since Peyton Manning, and before Manning,
They've been trying to get a quarterback since Peyton. You're right. They've been trying, and I give them kudos for trying. They've been drafting. They keep drafting. With Simeon, and Locke, and so they keep drafting quarterbacks in hopes. So again, they thought, okay, well, that's not working. Let's go get a veteran quarterback. Now, I almost think Deshaun Watson would have been a better option, but at least he's younger. Now, if only they could settle him down. But
I really believe, looking at Russell Wilson, okay, the past 2 years have been tough on him, and you're right about that. Last year he had that finger injury. That finger.
Yeah, but it's just not that. I've just noticed his play in general is really slid. Good for our team and good for. But I've just again observing, like we get to see him twice a year. But even the other games when I watch him, I want to say the hunger is not there anymore. The drive isn't there. I don't know.
I don't. You know what? I'm gonna say I don't think it's Russell Wilson. I think it's the Seattle Seahawks because he is getting so under pressure. If you look at it the last couple of years, like. Last year against the Packers, the guy was getting hit. Oh my God, every single play. Kenny.
I was loving it.
Say what?
I was loving it. It was great.
You know what I mean? So
not great for Seattle fans, but good. Yeah. Because that's a tough division to compete in, as much as the AFC West is too.
I'm gonna say that Russell Wilson, I think, is a better fit in Denver and will succeed more in Denver.
Well, we'll see. It's just everybody's like, Denver, they're going to be in that division, like they're going to be the next great thing, and they're going to compete with the Chiefs and I think they'll compete, but I don't know if that's what brings them over. I just think it's going to be hurting them the next couple of years now, giving up 2 first-round picks and I think it was 2 second-round picks plus their quarterback. So I just think that was a lot of talent to give up their future, mortgaging their future, because Seattle doesn't have any. They did the same thing. They gave up all their draft picks. So I don't know. For me, I think it'll be a bad move. I think it'll backfire. I could be wrong. I'm just saying that's my quick analysis.
Yeah,
I would never pull that trigger on that if I was a GM.
Yeah. Well, my dad says my dad should be up very soon, and my father says they're a Super Bowl contending team. Right away, my dad, Super Bowl contending team. I says, Dad, Muhammad, you gotta first put the team together, okay? Like even when Peyton Manning came in, I was a Super Bowl contending team. Okay, I got Peyton Manning there, but you gotta develop as a team, okay?
Yeah.
You put Sidney Crosby in Toronto. Oh, Super Bowl contending team. Well, we've been waiting years, and Leafs haven't done anything, right?
I know.
So you have to put it as a team. It's like building something. You have to have everybody there. If one guy's not there, that building's not going to be fixed.
And again, is they have a good O-line in front of him? And yeah, that was the trouble he had in Seattle. I mean, he wasn't getting the protection anymore. He was kind of, every play he was running for his life. So yeah, if they can put a good O-line in there and then good running game to go with the quarterback,
Can I ask a question? Don't you think if teams start to try to replace people like Eli Manning, that they might forget to take care of the rest of the team?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. Yeah, they don't think about anything from the past, right? They think of, okay, the future is there, but think about who footsteps you're taking now. You left Eli Manning. Now you got what? Daniel Jones is a quarterback for the New York Giants. You know what I mean? You got to think. You got to really think when those quarterbacks are leaving on a high note. Take those footsteps and take that position and care about that position so much that maybe you'll lead a footstep for somebody else in the near future, right? Now, I know, look at Drew Lock. I think Drew Lock will do really well in Seattle. And right now, I'm saying, just out of curiosity, I'm going to say Drew Lock next year has 21 TDs and 7 interceptions. I think he's going to have an okay year next year.
Yeah, again, I thought he was a decent
Let's write this down, Johnny, because we have to write this down. What did you say?
Write it down. 21 TDs and 7 interceptions.
Holy shit.
I just hope he gets sacked a lot when we play him.
Yeah.
But I think I thought he was a decent quarterback. I thought he was doing a good job given the situation he was put into in Denver. So I think he'll do good. I mean, like I said, with the other games they have to play, I think he's a decent quarterback. Like, again, if you don't have the O-line in front of you, you'll be in the same situation. You might be able to scramble better, hopefully, than Russell could. But,
I think he's more of a scrambler himself, and he's smaller than Russell, right? Russell's stocky. Like, he's pretty big. Russell.
Yeah, I mean, again, Russell's not getting younger, so he doesn't have quite the scrambling abilities he used to. But, so did Big Ben. He was still scrambling a lot. So I was curious if the Steelers have made any moves. I haven't heard anything, but
when
I
John
still think they need to go up to Philadelphia and get Minshew he's in the backup role, so he'd be a great starter, I think.
We were talking before the show started, me and Mr. Leonatus. John looks like he's just dead over there like a zombie. But anyways, we're saying that why does it
let the man live, Joe?
I know let the man live, but he's not even saying anything. It's like a cat over, like a Statue of Liberty. I don't know.
He's a man of few words.
Jimmy G could go to Pittsburgh. Would you like that move? Having taken up was it Trey Lance?
Well, yeah, I mean, Lance is going to be the main man this year. He's going to get a chance. I guess he was supposed to step in, but then he got injured, so they let them run the season with Jimmy is the word now. And now Jimmy's had his surgery. Again, I still think he would be good as a backup, but I think it's just more the money situation that they can't afford. But again, I'm thinking he's still got to have a decent backup in case your main gets injured. So not sure not sure what they're going to do for the backup role because we don't have anybody behind Lance at this point. So I think we need to keep Jimmy in. So.
Yeah. I've never seen this. Sorry, guys.
Shut up, Joe. I'm gonna move to Texas. Shut up.
Well,
I apologize, 20 believers.
John, don't. Sorry. Just turn your light off.
The party's over. And head for home.
Hey, you know what? It's a Saturday night in Texas.
It sure is.
Must have been a long flight home, was it?
Oh,
there we go. Get the brewski.
Cheers, my friend. You know what? I love him even more than yesterday. Cheers.
I don't have a cup. I got my cup right here. Cheers from London. Cheers.
It's iced tea. You have water. Let the rest get drunk. Oh, no, he has coffee. Look at him. Do you have coffee?
What's the other big news? I know so the Rodgers got signed this week. I know that, like I said, the deal with Wilson. I don't know. I said I've been trying to keep up with the hockey news. I haven't heard too much.
Well, before the hockey news,
the combine's going on. That's the other big thing happening.
Yeah, and you know what? I want to bring up one more clip. Pat Mcafee on Aaron Rodgers signing, and this is really interesting. What Pat says. I love Pat Mcafee. Great show he has. He's actually going to be the WrestleMania. He's going to be fighting at WrestleMania as well. Pat McAfee.
I think they do. The Packers still need to work on who's going to be behind them. So,
yeah, well, maybe you can take Jordan Love from us. I don't know. There's no love for love in Green Bay, Wisconsin, especially.
I'm just saying you got to start planning too. I mean, we're not sure how many more years Rodgers has got left either, right?
Okay, I want you guys to let me
What's
know.
the cat's name?
What's the cat's name, John?
Missy.
Missy.
I hope it's not a dude.
Missing you.
So let me know if you guys can hear this good.
Nice.
The other one,
I have two cats, but I can't pick them up, John. They hate me.
okay, here we go. Can you guys hear that good?
With Aaron Rodgers. So Rodgers staying in Green Bay, it was no surprise that you were the first place we would hear that from.
It's echoing. Mute John. You can mute John, right?
Is it John, maybe?
I think so. And it's not your fault, John. Go ahead.
How about now? Let's see.
Interviews with Aaron Rodgers. So
Echo's still there. It wasn't John.
No surprise.
I don't know what's going on. Why is there an echo?
Johnny, how about you? When you mute, let's listen to it again.
I'm
Sometimes
listening.
it screws up.
I hear a little bit of an echo, but it's okay. I'm still trying to listen.
That you were the first place we would hear that from. What do you know that we don't
That's
about
good.
this decision?
Oh, what happened? It's
Can you guys hear that?
Yeah, it was doing great.
With Aaron Rodgers. So Rodgers staying in Green
Perfect.
Bay, there was no surprise that you were the first place we would hear that.
The problem was I was mute. I didn't mute myself. That's what the whole problem was.
Oh,
Exactly what it was.
And we're trying to find a solution. And Joe, you knew it all along.
I'm the stupid one for that, so I apologize.
okay. Let it keep rolling.
Your weekly interviews with Aaron Rodgers. So Rodgers staying in Green Bay, there was no surprise that you were the first place we would hear that from. What do you know that we don't about this decision, about however it is that he wrestled with it, about all the things that went into it? What can you tell us that everyone doesn't already know?
So it's a fascinating situation because we kept up with the entire story about what was going to happen. And obviously the legend Diana Rossini in there was breaking some news, and she is fantastic at her job. But through the entire process of him deciding what he wanted to do, what he wasn't going to do, I didn't mention or chat with him at all. I kind of let him go off into his own world, didn't want to put any pressure, didn't want to hear what it was. Then when my source Sis called me the other day and said, hey, he's going back. I'm going back to Green Bay. I think what was being talked about that hasn't been chatted about is that retirement was a very real consideration for him. And then whenever the announcement for me and Rappaport that you guys blasted all over your headlines and everything, that it's a 4-year, $200 million deal, I followed up with my source, Sis, and asked if that was real. And that deal might offered to my source, Sis, but in the end, he inevitably said that that is not what he was in this for. He was never in this for. If you watched any of the conversations that he had with us over the last 2 years, every single Tuesday, he would sit here for an hour, 45 minutes during his 2 MVP runs, back-to-back MVP runs. And almost describing this entire thing as a money grab is a direct shot against who the human he is right now. He's a hippie. He's super lovey. He loves the universe he's in. And he just wanted to find out what the best decision was for him. There was retirement thoughts, considerations. I was told by my source says that he meditated on that, thought about that for a long time, and inevitably he's going to go back to the Green Bay Packers on a cap-friendly deal, hopefully get a lot of pieces around him that he loves and he enjoys, and make another run at this thing for the Green Bay Packers. But I don't believe this was a clear, concise decision the entire way. I think there was multiple days where he thought about doing something vastly different than going back to the Pack.
And so there's something vastly different. He mentioned retirement. You mentioned retirement. How real was the possibility ever of him going to a different team? Denver is the one that everyone talked about. Do you get a sense that he seriously considered going somewhere else?
In my opinion, I think he separated himself from all of those conversations this particular time. Last year, he might have been in it a little bit more when he was jumping off waterfalls and he had real gripes with the Green Bay Packers front office for how things have been handled, not only with him, but with Green Bay Packers legends of the past. This year, he wanted to separate himself from everything and kind of figure out what he actually wanted long-term, in the near future, and what he really thinks is the best option for him. So although I think he understood that there were some teams interested and maybe he would have dabbled in those particular thoughts, for him, I think how long he wanted to play, if he wanted to play, was much bigger a part of the conversation and the decision-making process than where he was inevitably going to go other than the Packers, in my personal opinion.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube.
Yeah, I thought that was an interesting clip. That's one I put out there, you know. And you know what? Yeah, retirement was there, you know. My gut wasn't telling me he wasn't going to go to another team. My gut was telling me he wasn't going to retire, he was going to come back to Green Bay, but I really thought the man was actually going to retire. And when I heard the news early that afternoon, that Aaron Rodgers is returning to the Packers, man, I was jumping like a little kid again, all over again. Like Aaron Rodgers actually coming to Green Bay.
Well, I mean, he's what makes the Packers go. I mean, he's the mojo. I mean, yeah, you know, they do have a solid defense. They got great players, but you got to have that quarterback and the chemistry and the veteran leadership that he brings to the table. Because I mean, we've seen what happens to the Packers when in the games when he's not there, right? I mean, they're a disaster, right? So that's my only concern is the future. If he did retire, where does that leave the Packers? You know, who is behind him? You know, is he grooming somebody? Is Love the guy? Do you have to get somebody else in there? Are they going to draft somebody else again? No, we don't know.
That's actually for every sport. If you want to retire right, you either stay where you're at or go back where you came from. Anything else is just...
Yeah. I didn't believe he'd actually go anywhere else. I know you're chain there saying he might go to San Fran. I didn't believe for a minute that he would. I mean, I think maybe last year, like I said, he was upset at management and everything going on there. But I think that's been smoothed over. So I think it was really, do I want to stay in? Do I want to play a couple more years? Am I going to retire? I think that was really the only thing left for him to decide this year.
Well said. You know, I look at Aaron, I see, you know, so much potential still ahead of him. You know, he's 38 years old. The guy still has a lot in him. You know, he's had a couple injuries that were pretty brutal, you know, with the collarbone a few years ago and with this and this. And with the toe last year, he dealt with the toe. They call it COVID toe.
Yeah.
But when I hear Aaron Rodgers, I don't only hear, you know, winning. I hear leading. He's a leader on the team. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people like to talk smack about Aaron Rodgers. They like to talk because Aaron Rodgers is one of that guy. He'll say it how he says it. He's not like any other quarterback out there. He says it like how he says it. He's like a John Laurinaitis. He's like me. He's like the old-fashioned guys that you want to hear. And you look at Aaron, and I'm going to say to myself, I respect the guy. You know, and let the mainstream media and let people say Aaron Rodgers is the most cocky player out there. You know, he's this and this. They can say that at all. But let's get down to the fact. Aaron Rodgers is one of the best quarterbacks in the league still today. In my eyes, I think he's still better than Patrick Mahomes, than any other these quarterbacks. You get these young guys that like to come on here or on YouTube or on Twitch or on TikTok, Lamar Jackson's better than Aaron Rodgers. Like, these guys don't know what football
Lamar
is.
Jackson's
They really
terrible.
don't know what football is. Like, these guys just they want to go on there, they want to talk smack, and it pisses people off like me that have been watching football for years and I've been broadcasting for a very long time. When I hear that, that's like a spit in my face. So everybody out there that thinks that Lamar Jackson or any of these young quarterbacks are better than Aaron Rodgers, it's a disgrace. And I will never take that. Never.
Personally, I still think Lamar Jackson is overrated, and it started to show up a little bit this year. I mean, you know, he can get outside the quarterback pocket, but for people to put him in that upper echelon, I just don't think he's there. Patrick Mahomes, but even he had an off year. I mean, he wasn't quite himself. I mean, look at the playoff game there. I mean, they stumbled a little bit and they lost. I mean, you know, Rodgers is definitely. I mean, that's why he's winning the MVP of the league, right? He is the cream of the crop. He is up there. I know everybody thinks Russell Wilson is up there, but just from what I've seen, maybe if he gets out of Seattle, I still think Rodgers is better overall than those guys. He has the veteran leadership.
100%. Like, again, let me go back to one more thing. Like, I don't understand why people they can't appreciate a guy like he's been in the league for over 17 years. We're going on his 17th year in Green Bay. And, you know, they go after these guys like Lamar Jackson, or let's say even bring Patrick Mahomes. Okay, Patrick Mahomes is a phenomenal quarterback. But a guy like Lamar Jackson, all these quarterbacks, that they have 1 or 2 good years, and they say Aaron Rodgers is garbage. And it's just I go back to my mind and say, are these guys okay? Are they just trying to get publicity? Are they just trying to get people to hate on them so people can
sure they are
make fun of them? Because some guys that I listen to on the internet, and some guys I even listen to on my smart TV on Twitch, like the stuff they say, man, it doesn't make sense, man. It doesn't make sense. It's like 1 + 1 is 3, but it's actually 2. It's not 3. You know what I mean? Like, they're always doubling their numbers, you know.
They're drinking the Kool-Aid, right? I mean, of course, you always want to believe your team is the best quarterback. I mean, I'm the same with San Fran, but, you know, when I step back and look, but okay, we're good. We're not great, but we're good. You know, you don't win games if you're horrible, but yeah, I just think some of the younger quarterbacks are overrated. I mean, there's potential, like you said, a Lamar Jackson. Personally, I think he's same with the Eagles quarterback. I mean, he's okay.
Jalen Hurts.
I just think they're overrated myself, but.
No, you're right. They're overrated.
You can string together 17 winning seasons or great seasons. That's something. 1 or 2, okay, you're doing okay, but 17 years. That's good. That's something special. If you can do 17 years or more, just like Big Ben did, right? I mean, he put together a lot of. I don't know if they were always winning, but I mean, put together a good season for the team.
You talk about Big Ben.
That's hard to replace, right? You don't replace that overnight. I mean, look at the Broncos. They've been trying for how many years to replace a good looking for a good quarterback.
Yeah. Again, you look at Big Ben. Okay, end of his year, but we got people talking smack about him. And it's just that those people that are uneducated about football, uneducated, that say Big Ben is washed up. When you get hit so many times over the years, when you get injuries, and when you're over 245 pounds, over 250 pounds or whatever, how much you weigh, of course, you're going to get injured and you're not going to be as good as you were. But still, in my eyes and many people's eyes, the majority rules over the minority. And that's Mr. Laurinaitis' quote in words, that the majority will always rule, and Big Ben still had it in the tank. It was just the O-line that were too young to keep Big Ben on his toes.
Yeah, I'm sure they said that before about Brett Favre too, when he was on the tail end too, right? So before Rodgers took over.
Yeah, we got a man backstage. He's really happy. He has his Puma sweater on. He has his big glasses on, and we're gonna ask him his thoughts on the whole situation. Denver giving up everything in the tank to getting number 3 Russell Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, from London, Ontario, Canada, Mo Meister. Good evening, Mo Meister.
What's happening?
How are you, my friend?
How's it going, Johnny? Be good. John Laurinaitis. Ing, how's it going, Ing?
Good to see you.
Good to see you guys.
Mo Meister, what are your thoughts when you first heard the news about Russell Wilson coming to Denver?
Game changer. That's what we needed. That's what we need. We have the receiving core. All we need is a quarterback. So we're in it now.
Will it haunt you guys in the future, giving up all those first-round picks and all those picks?
No. I don't think so.
You don't think so, huh?
No, there's very rarely first rounders that continue to do what they're doing.
Yeah.
So, like you put the core of a football team is the quarterback and his receivers. They have the defense. They have the defense, which is good. It's just all they needed is a quarterback, and hopefully this will, work out.
Yeah, it's funny, we're talking about Russell Wilson going to Denver, folks. But I remember a few years ago, Peyton Manning versus Russell Wilson that Super Bowl when they lost. What was it, like 48-8? And Wilson was a Hawk at the time. Now Wilson is a Bronco. What were the odds Russell Wilson was actually going to come to Denver? Very, very, very slim chance. And now Russell Wilson's in Denver. I think he's going to do well in Denver. He just has to develop. Is the team has to develop with him, with the core, with the wide receivers, with the O-line, with your coach. You took our coach, our offensive coach. So we'll see. Now, you said on FaceTime, they're a Super Bowl contending team. I think it's a little bit too early, Meister, until you guys play 60 minutes of football. Then that's when you'll know they are a Super Bowl contending team. It's with any quarterback. Over the years with Tom Brady when he first came in, Aaron Rodgers, John Elway, all these elite quarterbacks, when they first came in, you could call them, okay, they might be a Super Bowl contender, but don't just yet say Super Bowl contending team because we don't know exactly what's going to happen in the near future with the Broncos and with any other team that is going to the Super Bowl. Right.
I think the AFC West is definitely a contender. I mean, the other thing we haven't talked about is Khalil Mack to the Chargers. That's going to be
another game changer.
That'll add an interesting element because they were struggling with their rush defense. Everybody knew that. So picking up Khalil Mack, that could push them over the top too. They just missed the playoffs. So the AFC West, just like the NFC West, is going to be a strong division.
Oh yeah. They're thinking about bringing Von Miller back.
Oh yeah, from the Rams. Well, I thought he was going to retire. I was hoping half the Rams would retire. Myself being a 49ers fan, but they won it, so go retire.
I want to bring up the tweet that he.
Meister, before anything, just say hi to Rita. She had a shout out in chat.
Hi, Rita.
Yeah, Rita. Good evening, Meister. Great to see you. And we got Clark Monroe from Saskatchewan. Hey, brother, how you doing, my friend? Nice to see you in the chat, my friend. Yeah, we got Von Miller tweeting. He says, this is really funny. I'll actually bring it up on screen so everybody can see it. Not only me. This is really got me kind of laughing the other day. Let's see. I kind of want that old thing back, 5280. I think is that the area code of Denver?
I don't know.
What is it?
5280.
Don't think so.
No,
not sure.
No,
because that's what I thought at
Could
first.
be now, maybe.
I kind of want that old thing back, 5280. Maybe Clark Monroe, if you're still in here, brother. I know you're an expert of football too. Is that an area code, Clark, or what is that? Because when I first thought that's Denver. I guess the number, but that was funny if that was the case. A lot of people want him back. And here, we got Amari Cooper going to Cleveland. What are your thoughts on that, guys?
Could be Denver's Mile High Magazine. That's what I'm seeing. There's the 5280.com.
1 mile.
Denver Mile High Magazine.
1 mile.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
1 mile.
Okay. Oh, it's 1 mile. Okay. Yeah, thoughts on Amari Cooper going to Cleveland? That's a big changer for Cleveland if they can get Deshaun Watson as well.
Who's that?
Cleveland getting Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper,
yeah.
I'm surprised. Well, I don't know. I mean, he was in the Cowboys. I mean, he's kind of been bouncing around. So again, I think he'll help. I don't know if that's going to help. My brain's not working. Who's the QB in
Baker Mayfield?
Baker, that's right. Sure, it's going to help Baker because he's been struggling a little bit too last year. So we'll see if he can get back on track. But
I don't think he's the quarterback for Cleveland. I think Hey, if you guys heard the news, Deshaun Watson, he's back.
It'll be interesting to see where he goes, or if they can get him off the hook here.
Oh, he's off. He's off. Breaking news.
Oh, he is off now.
Yeah, he got off. Yeah, he got off.
For now, he's off.
He got off. He's good.
This week, as long as he doesn't put himself back in next week.
Yeah, right.
He's a great. He's a great quarterback. I'll say. Okay.
Well, there again, I don't know. I mean, there's a number of teams looking at quarterbacks. I mean, yeah, Denver could have been one of those. Maybe they just didn't want all the other headache that went with it.
That's true.
I know there was a lot of talk with them going to Miami, but they've already vetoed that. So I don't know. Not sure. Maybe the Steelers, they need a quarterback. I don't know if they'll pick up Deshaun. I still think Minshew would be a great fit for him in the Steelers organization. He's a tough customer, and he'll work hard, and that's what they need, another Big Ben replacement.
No, Mason Rudolph is not the answer, and people. There's very small Steelers fans still like Mason Rudolph, and I don't.
They've given him enough chances. Well, they've given him enough chances, and he just hasn't stepped up to the plate. Right?
Like I don't know where they got him from.
You're missing wide open receivers. It's not gonna work.
It's no good.
Rudolph's
that's it.
Get Minshew, get
somebody. We got to get
somebody.
somebody.
See what happens to Trey Lance next year if he's going to be the starting quarterback. Yeah. If Jimmy G does stay, Johnny be good. Just eye to eye to tell you this. From a 49ers from a Packers fan. If I was the GM, if I was the manager, I would put Jimmy G the starting quarterback again.
You have to.
I would put Jimmy G still the starting quarterback so Trey Lance can still learn and get that opportunity when Jimmy G goes down, right?
Trey was supposed to be, I think the plan was to start with Jimmy G last year. Trey was supposed to step in about week 3 or 4. I think that was the plan. And then he got injured. So he was out for a period of time. He did come back, but Jimmy was on the winning streak, so they left him in there. But I don't know. I mean, I think they need to, if Lance is the guy, then you got to run with him. And I think they need to keep Jimmy as a backup in case he gets injured again, because if he gets hurt again, Lance gets hurt, then we've got nothing. Then we're euchred. And like the Packers, if Rodgers gets hurt, what do you got back? You got Jordan Love, right?
Forget about it. We're going to the Marlies. Forget about it. Goodbye. I'm done. Goodbye, guys. There's no love for love in Green Bay, Wisconsin, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I can say. Mr. Johnny Be Good. Now, do you think, if you kept Jimmy G around for another year, and let's say he had a phenomenal year, you think the mindset and the mentality in San Francisco, California would change and they can sign Jimmy G for a bigger contract if he had a great year next year? Like, let's say he went on this amazing stretch and had, 30 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. I'm just saying stuff out of the water. You think they would sign him after that?
Well, I mean, it would hard. I mean, if you're putting up the numbers, it's hard not to sign. I mean, you want to keep the guy that's producing, right? But at the end of the day, I mean, I think they're trying to groom the future, which again, they drafted Lance and they like what they see. He seems to be the man, but again, it's just I find a way too early to tell. It's like everything; he hasn't proven himself yet, right? So you can't say you're the man, but you haven't proven yourself yet. So it's like in this league, like you said, you got to prove yourself before you can say, okay, you're the man. But I think they need to keep Jimmy around just as insurance or backup, because really there's nobody else back there.
Who's your third stringer now?
What's that?
Who's the third stringer?
It's Nate Sudfeld. I mean, he's from California. He was with the Eagles before. Again, he was okay. There's a reason he's the third string. So yeah, I just don't see him being. I mean, unless they went out and get another option, another quarterback behind Lance. I don't know.
If you don't mind, I'm just gonna get a glass of water. But yeah, I agree. I think keep him for another year. And I'd say if Jimmy G is the backup, you still have somebody to rely on when Trey Lance goes down. Because, hey, there's a lot of rookies and young quarterbacks that get injured very easily, and they're not the same after that. Look at Michael Vick. Look at all these quarterbacks.
Well, yeah, and it's funny because they were talking about, was that Robert Griffin was talking about coming over as a QB like he did with in Baltimore, right? They talked about bringing him over and maybe to groom or help groom Lance, but I don't know. We'll see where that goes. Whole lot of talk right now, but not sure where everything's going.
There is there's a lot of every day there's but somebody's getting traded, somebody's getting offered this, somebody's getting offered that. Right?
It's the off season, right? And before the draft, I mean, the draft is coming up fast too. And I'm not sure what day it is. I know it's April, but what day of the draft?
The day of the draft.
So we're about 6 weeks out, isn't it? Usually it's about April 28th or somewhere in there, but I don't know. I don't have the
draft day 2022. My God, sorry.
April 22.
No, I'm just saying it's April 28th. The 2022 NFL draft will begin.
Oh, April 20. Okay, so it is the 28th again. Okay, but yeah. So I mean, really, we're only 6 weeks out from the draft, so that's going to be interesting too.
It's going to be interesting.
And it's funny, as much as they speculate with all these mock drafts, I mean, the day of the draft, we've seen changes on the fly, second by second. So,
yeah. Mallmeister, now working as a Bronco. Would you mind go next year to Mile High to Denver, Colorado, go watch a game, me and you? You want to do it? Let's do it.
So. I think so.
I think you deserve it. I think you deserve it, man. After so many years of supporting them, it's time for you to go down. Because I'm going down to Lambeau next year, hopefully with John.
That must be nice.
Yeah, we were supposed to do that net last year, but with COVID and the restrictions.
So Russell Wilson, top 10, top 5 quarterback. What do you say?
I'll go last. I'll go last because I know what I'm going to say. I want everybody else to. I want to hear their opinions. Let's do Johnny Be Good because I know you're a 49er fan and you saw Wilson for so many years in Seattle.
Well, like I said, I mean, Russell I know he's ranked in the top 5. They thought he's good. I've just noticed the last 2 years he hasn't quite been himself. So again, I don't know if it's the old line or the team or what's going on. In the previous years, yeah, man, he was elite. I hated playing Seattle because it was the Russell show. But I've just noticed the last 2 years, they've been sacked easier. He just hasn't been himself. So I'm not sure what Denver's getting. So at this point, I would say he has potential to be a top 5, but I'm going to say top 10, given all the other quarterbacks that are on the rise right now.
Mr. Leonidas, top 5, top 10, Russell Wilson.
I don't know. He's pretty good. Like Johnny Be Good says, he's last little while he hasn't been maybe a way he used to be, but he's still a great quarterback, and I think that's a good fit for Broncos. I mean, they needed somebody, and I think he should be all right as long as he's healthy. I think he should be good.
He was hurt most of last year, so
that's right.
Okay.
So I mean,
Well, like I said, and to compete in that division against Mahomes, and now you got the Chargers. I mean, a lot, and the Raiders. I mean, it's a tough division.
It's going to be tough.
You got to have a top-tier quarterback to compete. And the Broncos,
I think
as much as they've tried, they haven't been able to compete.
Yeah, that was their missing element. And I think they struck gold.
Well, like I said, I mean, they've drafted defense, they've drafted wide receivers, they've got Sutton, so in a number of other guys. So they seem to have the pieces, and they kind of set Drew Lock up, and Lock was doing okay, but just didn't seem to be able to bring it home.
I believe he'll do better in Seattle, and I think he'll put up better numbers. Pete Carroll is a great coach, I'm going to say. You hate me all you want on that. I like Pete Carroll. Very, very classic coach. I think he's an elite coach, actually. He's been in Seattle for a very long time. He had Wilson on his back and all that. A lot of people blamed him for that, that pass, and Malcolm Butler picked up the interception. New England won the Super Bowl that year. But again, you got to respect what Pete Carroll does. But going back to Locke, I think Locke
getting up there too.
Locke will succeed in Seattle. Locke will succeed in Seattle, and I think just in Denver, I don't know if it was the O-line, if it was the team. It was just he didn't look happy. That's all I can say. He did not look happy. He did not look like that quarterback that was going there for a W. He just went there and got his paycheck and left home. It's like those guys that don't care about doing the lawn, doing anything. He just went there to get his paycheck and leave. And he wasn't that quarterback. In Seattle, he'll do better. And I hope he does. I really do. Ing, what do you think? Russell Wilson, I know you don't watch a lot of NFL. You watch more CFL, but
You watch some Seattle games. Top
I'm
5.
gonna go on record saying that Joe Booney reaches out to all people and to hit the demographics that know nothing about sports. That's the only reason why I'm on panel.
So then mute yourself then.
Well, listen.
I know, I'm kidding. But what do you think? Top 5, top 10, and Russell Wilson. You're on mute, my friend.
Is he frozen or he's thinking?
He's thinking. I think he's Googling, doing that. Hey Siri, what's Russell Wilson's record?
That's my only source of knowledge. Johnny, be good.
Get the hamster wheel going.
I'll go for the last one as Mohammed's question, Meister. I'm gonna say Russell Wilson is top 5. The only fact is because he won the Super Bowl and he had those amazing years.
He's 9-time Pro Bowl. Making 9 times of the Pro Bowl.
Put the 9-time Pro Bowls to the side. He did what he had to do in Seattle to earn those 9 times. And you know what? I think he's a quarterback that Seattle will look back and say, hey, this was the best quarterback Seattle ever had.
Well,
in today's day, I'm talking
about
about
Matt Hasselbeck, right?
No, I'm talking about in today's era. Not we can go Matt Hasselbeck, but that was years ago, right? But did Matt Hasselbeck do the same thing as Wilson did for so many years? Or was Matt Hasselbeck that quarterback that would, let's say, go to the playoffs 3 times and lose because they never won a Super Bowl, right? Wilson did. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think Seattle won a Super Bowl, right? So Wilson did that. Matt Hasselbeck didn't do that. So it's like, rather pick Russell Wilson over Matt Hasselbeck. Now,
but
Hasselbeck,
again, Russell Wilson had the receiving core. He had a great receiving core. So you have to have that component with your quarterback. If you don't have a receiving core, your quarterback's not gonna do well.
Right.
No, I agree.
Right? So he's got Jerry Jeudy, he's got Cortland Sutton, he's got his tight ends. You know, Denver gave up. Was it Noah Fant? They got rid of.
I think it was
Noah Fant. He's a good player.
But they have the receiving core, and their defensive line is they have that component. So I know they gave up a lot, but I think they'll work through it, and their defense will, persevere.
Yeah.
How long have you been a Broncos fan for now?
Me?
Yeah, you. How long? Since before Elway or after Elway?
Well, right. Well, 96, 97.
Okay. So you've been a Broncos fan for a very long time, over more than a decade. Why isn't Denver that team that goes after QBs? Why do they more focus on wide receivers and more focus on other positions as quarterbacks? Because since the last time Denver had a quarterback was Manning, and then after that was Elway. Now they have Wilson.
No, they had Elway was first, obviously.
Well, Elway, then Manning, and now you got Wilson. They haven't really looked for that QB selection.
Well, I think they have. They've tried. They just haven't. I mean, they've drafted Simeon. They've drafted a number of QBs or tried to get QBs. I mean, it's like been a revolving door for QBs. But I mean, I've seen Elway trying year after year to bring in the right combination. So
they've always been
trying to find the right quarterback.
They've always been, if you look at the running game, was number 1 running game in the NFL.
Yep.
Like if you look at last year, they're running. They had almost 2,000 yards out of both the running backs. So, and they need that. They need that component too.
Yes. Yeah.
So I think Russell Wilson is going to have a lot of help with the running game. Melvin Gordon is going to do great. So he's going to have. He's a great receiver too. So he's going to have that aspect too, right? So I think they'll do real well.
I hope.
And Russell Wilson is not just a pocket quarterback. He's a runner too, right?
He's a runner. He's a runner. He's a big guy. Thick bone, I say. Big bone. Right. Hello, Coach Love. Hello, all. Good vibe. That's Ing's friend. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Don't tell my wife. Jesus.
I love Yang.
Yeah, he has people in chat and he says, "Oh, they're just friends of Ink." Keep your heads down.
Yeah, keep them down, folks. She's a good person. Denver, with the chemistry they had over the years, again they've drafted great, wide receivers and all that, but they got quarterbacks like Brock Osweiler, Kyle Orton, and you see them for the first couple of years, and if your quarterback is good or not. Like when you had Kyle Orton, then when you had Brock Osweiler was years after that. Osweiler was okay, but a guy like Kyle Orton that just everybody did not like. Nobody liked Kyle Orton, and he was the starting quarterback for I don't know how long he was, but it was like, come on, Denver. There's so many good quarterbacks out there that you can guys get. And going from Kyle Orton to this guy. Then you had Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow for the first 2 years had a good year.
At least he brought some excitement.
You had some people time.
He made it had the skill level, but he brought the excitement.
Yeah, but he has no job now, so.
Well, he's a commentator.
He has a job in the commentating industry.
Did you hear about Kaepernick is trying to get back into the NFL?
Oh my God! He's got 9 lives. I don't know how many chances they give this guy.
Well, I don't know after that Netflix special he did how much the NFL likes him.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Mamister, I heard he had a bum knee. He's got a. No, because he took one every game. Sorry.
Look, I'm not a fan of Colin Kaepernick. I'm not a fan of what he did. I believe
you have to respect your elders and your government. I'm just saying.
He was another
German.
He was okay
I should know better.
I thought he was overrated. Again, the first year he got there, they went to the Super Bowl and he did okay. But I just thought once they figured he was another one of those scrambling quarterbacks, right? Kind of like Lamar Jackson. So once the teams figured that out and they set the formation and they were set for that run, because he had jumpy feet. He wasn't looking so he could throw the ball, but I just thought he was overrated.
He was an overrated quarterback. And that year when they played Baltimore, I was actually going for I want San Fran to win that year.
Well, yeah.
I did. I never liked Baltimore. And I didn't like San Fran, but I liked, the coach at the time, It
was nice to see the 2 Harbaugh brothers. I mean, it was a nice historic moment for them and their family. But
it's just what Kaepernick did will always keep a hole in a lot of people's chest. Look, you can say this politics or not politics, but this is for anything. Okay, you know me, guys, from now. You guys know me from now. My show, when I first start, I stood up for the Canadian national because I'm proud to be Canadian. I'm born in London, and I'm proud to be Canadian. I will die for my country. Stand for the American national. Those are my allies, my neighbors, my friend John Laurinaitis. So many great people down there. Okay, so when I stand for the national anthem, I stand for the respect for this country, the soldiers that fought for us to have freedom of speech to say what we can say today. And then when I see guys that go and kneel for the national anthem, it's like the biggest spit for those veterans that fought for this country. They're in the hole and they're punching all they can to see what's going on around this world. And that gets me really fired up. And I need to say that because when I stand up for the national anthem, it means everything to me. And I do it for hockey games. And I do it for everything. I love my country very much. I really do. I'm proud to be Canadian. And to everyone out there, they should be proud of who they are. And if you got a chance to stand up for the national anthem, do it. It's your country. It's freedom. Do it. Your country loves you. That's why you're here today. We wouldn't be here without those guys.
Yeah, and there was more to the story than that, of course. I mean, I respected what he was trying to do. I think he just went about it the wrong way, and it kind of bit him, snake bit him. But I respect that he was trying to stand alone for a cause, and I respect the cause of what he was trying to do. But unfortunately, it didn't sit well with the league and many people.
No, not in Roger Goodell's. I'll tell you that. And as much as I'm not a big fan of Goodell,
who is going to be the top with Tom Brady gone? Wow, that's a good question. Is it Aaron Rodgers? I don't know.
I got two.
Russell Wilson.
I think Aaron Rodgers, and I think the quarterback in Los Angeles.
Derek Carr?
No, not Vegas. The Chargers.
Oh, it's just a Herbert. But again, he's still a little bit green. He hasn't quite earned his stripes yet. So
No, I don't think he's earned his strength, but I think he's a quarterback that on those 4th and 9, 4th and 10s, he's throwing those balls. You know, remember against Vegas, all those 4th downs he was throwing, they were all getting first downs and 4th downs and touchdowns, right? So that's why I say, as Tom Brady's gone out, put Aaron Rodgers first and then Justin Herbert next. But hey, I could be wrong. I'm running with Aaron Rodgers. Maybe Justin Herbert have a better year next year, maybe a worse. I don't know, but I'm picking Rodgers and Herbert for your question, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, Josh Allen, you could put him in that box too, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
He's a good quarterback, and a lot of people don't give him credit for Josh Allen either, too.
Exactly, right? So I think he's, earned his stripes a little bit more than Herbert. Herbert is good. I think he will be great. Again, you got to have a great quarterback to compete in that AFC West, That's why the Chiefs are running away with it. But I still think, I don't know. Let's see what Vegas does with Carr if they keep him or look for somebody. But I think that definitely puts Denver back in the conversation, though.
Oh, of course, yeah.
That's a tough division.
That's the toughest division in the
Yeah.
league. 1 year, was it 2 years, where both wild cards and the division leader made it to the playoffs.
Yeah. It's kind of like the NFC West, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, I said the West is best. I don't know.
How about that kid from KC? Who's that kid from KC? Not a kid. He's a gentleman. He's a football
Coach Love
player.
is hitting on me, Joe.
I guess compared
Just
to
let it
us, he's
slide.
maybe not for
She's
you,
hitting-
but for us.
Kid.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Coach
That
Love.
kid was older than me.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, other than you, for us other guys in the panel, he's a kid.
Yeah, but Mahomes is under pressure. He's not doing well. Like last year, under
He
pressure,
struggled.
he wasn't doing well at all.
Choke.
Yeah.
A lot
I
of
noticed
dumb
that in the
rookie
playoff
mistakes.
game. I said, boy, they were up 21-0. I don't know, he didn't sit back. They just, when he didn't seem to have it when he was under the gun there.
Yeah.
So I was surprised the Bengals snuck in the game and pulled it out. But the Chiefs should have put that away easy.
Yeah, for sure.
If they won it, they would have went to the Super Bowl. They would have went to the Super Bowl because they had that team had everything in the tank. They got Kelsey, they got Terry.
Well, there's another solid team right in the West. And the Chargers are trying to compete to get back in there with Herbert now. So I think the Broncos are trying to do. I see always trying to do the right things. They've got a solid team, as he's mentioned. They've got a great running backs. They've got great defense. They've got great receivers. So we see what they can do with it now.
Yeah.
See, is it still Fangio? Did Fangio stay or did he get?
Fangio's gone. They have Green Bay Packers.
They got offensive.
Who's the coach in there now?
Let me see.
Green Bay's offensive coordinator.
Oh,
well, the other day I said his name and then I forgot it totally.
I forgot his name.
You forgot him already?
Yeah, he left us.
He was memorable. No.
That's why I thought Rodgers was going to follow suit.
Oh, right. Yeah, the offensive coordinator.
This is the coach.
Nathaniel Hackett, yeah.
Oh, okay. So, yeah. So, of course, with any new coach coming in, it's like, can he bring the team together? Can he bring that chemistry and everything that they need to do? So,
it's not that bringing the team together. It's the quarterback bringing the team together.
Well, yeah, but
that's part of it. But the coach has to, the coach is the top, right? I mean, the QB is the leader of the team, but the QB's got to get them there too. They got to be on the same page.
You have to. And that's why for last couple of years, I believe, and maybe you agree with me, Johnny Be Good. Jimmy G, they haven't been on the same page, the coach. I've seen plays that guys underthrowing, overthrowing it. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know if Kyle Shanahan and Jimmy G get along after the game or what.
Yeah, sure. Oh, yeah, they do. They do.
Only quarterback. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was just going to say they do. I mean, they don't. I don't think they hang out after the game, and it's not that kind. But again, there's a mutual respect. You got to have a mutual respect between the coach, because the coach and the quarterback are the two leaders. I mean, there's a leader on the defense too, but I mean, you got to be able to. It's the same with Matt LaFleur and with Rodgers, right? They gotta connect. They got to be on the same page.
Yeah, you're right. But if you look at quarterbacks that were the play callers and the coaches, look at Peyton Manning. He called his own plays.
Yeah, I mean,
Smartest
he
quarterback,
had that
smartest-
ability.
He was the smartest quarterback, and I don't think there'll be another Peyton Manning that can do that kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean,
He'd be
he's
the
been
new
around long enough though that he already knew the play. I mean, it's kind of like Tom Brady. He steps up the line, he looks, okay, you guys are doing that, okay, well, this is what I'm doing. Like he already knows when he gets to the line what the play is going to be.
Yeah,
So,
and he's
I think-
he's a contender in buying the Broncos too, right? So
I think that was the biggest problem for Big Ben. The communication around Pittsburgh, like he wanted to put his own calls and his own plays, and they never let him. They had Matt Canada. That Matt Canada was a disgrace to Pittsburgh. I'm telling you, that name Canada, his name should not be Canada. Like some of the calls last year, Najee Harris going this way, and there's the whole linemen's in. Even John was going nuts on that play against Baltimore. Like you got 10 guys here, on the other side you got only 2 guys. Obviously, you go to 2 guys, it goes to the 10 guys, and that was Matt Canada's play for a very long time. And I think Big Ben got really frustrated the last 2 years, and that's why Big Ben, said, I'm going to hang those boots up, and I'm adios, and I'm leaving.
Well, see, there's another team. They got a great running back. If they could put a good quarterback in there and get the team going in the right direction, they got, some decent receivers. They wouldn't hurt to add another 1 or 2. But again, they're kind of training. Again, you get that leadership on the offense and a quarterback in there. That's why I said, personally, I think Minshew has that leadership quality. He wants to win. He had it in Jacksonville and kind of got stuck in the background after that. So.
He's a good quarterback. He's
just got to get in the right system to be in the front again.
It's the right system, but he's been all over the place, right?
Well, I mean, they shipped him out to Philly and he got stuff back to, I think he was in 3rd string. It was like, really? But, he's up to 2nd string now, but still, I don't know. It'll be interesting. But I said any team that's looking for a QB, I mean, you draft one, okay, but it's going to take a couple of years to develop. But you want somebody that's ready now, ready to go with the team, then he's the guy that can, one of those guys that can step in and take it.
Yeah. Guys, we got about, I'm going to go for another 5 minutes. Loving all these discussions, I'll tell you that. I never thought I was going to bring football back into the show until after draft day, but when I heard the news,
there you go. I can always talk. There's always stuff going on. Like I said, you haven't talked much about the Khalil Mack trade, but just curious to see what else is happening.
Joe, that was an insult to Johnny Be Good, quite frankly, because he doesn't need a draft day to be excited about.
No, what I meant was, look, it's hockey season right now, and there isn't much football. There isn't much football, but then again, there is, because it's off season. There's a lot of trades happening, and when I heard the news, man, Aaron Rodgers is back. Like of course, he's always been.
He was never leaving, man.
He was going to be free agent, right? And we're not sure if he's going to return, if he's going to retire, if he's going to go to Denver, if he's going to go somewhere. Yeah. I to myself, when Aaron Rodgers,
I didn't think
on that contract, I had to have the show, and I put it on the Aaron Rodgers whole thing tonight.
Is he worth that much? No.
Yes. I believe so. He's earned his spot, Momeister. He's earned his spot.
$50 million a year. No.
Let me say
curious to see what Wilson gets signed.
Well, he earned his spot last year. He got paid for that. You know what I mean?
For the other guys, right? So we'll see what the paid is for the other guys behind him.
We all complain, people complain about all these guys making millions of dollars, but let me pause everybody for a sec. Ladies and gentlemen, these guys have been working their butts off for years and years to be NFL superstars. And I think a guy like Aaron Rodgers, who has been a quarterback and a starting quarterback for the Green Bay Packers for 17 years straight, and he asked for $200 million and he got it, I think he deserves it. Just saying, not being arrogant or anything. I think he deserves what he wants.
Sometimes you are too nice for this world. Just
not being too nice. It's being truthful. Guy, look, if you've been working 17 years, you butt off for a company, and you're only making $25 an hour, and you say the company, you know what, these guys are treating me like crap. I want $55 an hour.
I have my own company. I lost money the first 12 years.
I'm just saying, these quarterbacks, these guys on Twitch.
What's that, $200 million for 4 years? Let's do the math on that.
I don't care if it's $200 or $300 million. If they can get what they want, then do it. Take the pressure, go get what you want.
It's about being loyal to your team too. If you have a good
$50 million a year
with your team, take a pay cut.
You can take a pay cut for how long can you take a pay
What's
cut?
an extra 5? Oh, nah.
Look at Tom Brady. Took a pay cut for years.
Right? Look at Tom Brady. Tom Brady, they couldn't afford him. That's why they let him go. And obviously, maybe there might have been some bad blood between Robert Kraft and him, but They wrote
I
off
think so.
Peyton Manning. They wrote off. I think Tom Brady would have liked to stay and finish off his career there, but he didn't, and that's why they let him go. They couldn't afford him.
Can I pause you for a sec? Just pause you for 1 sec, my friend. Look, when you've been a quarterback for so long on one team and you ask them to draft a wide receiver and they go behind your back and go draft a quarterback, isn't that going to fire you up and piss you off that you're going to do things that the team won't like or the organization won't like? Like, in the world, why would you go draft a quarterback when you still have a good 6-7 years in Rodgers still? That was the biggest spit in Aaron Rodgers' face.
How
They
old
could have
is
got Debo Samuel that year.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, man, like,
he's amazing, man.
how can you
He
go
was
and
still
draft
out
a
there at that
quarterback?
point in the draft.
I don't get it. I don't understand. You know, at the time I thought, okay, it was good, but then I looked at the back of my head. I said, you know what? This is the most stupidest thing Green Bay ever done. You know, we could have had DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf? Oh my God, if we had him, man. Oh my God, we had the chance. What did we do? Picked up Jordan Love against Kansas City. No Mahomes. Guy barely was throwing the balls. He was under pressure. He was garbage. There's no love for Love in Green Bay. Get him out of there, man.
Maybe they'll swap for what's that? Mason Rudolph. Maybe you guys can swap.
I don't know. Those guys, both of them don't have a half
They're
brain.
bums. They're complete bums.
I was going to say Mason Rudolph was a top pick, wasn't he? In I think the top 3 rounds there. I think for
I know.
Do you guys do fantasy football?
Yeah, fantasy football. I got Samuel, man. He's unbelievable.
Coach Love, the only fantasy I have is about you. Don't tell my wife.
Hey, brother. Thanks for joining the
That's not
chat.
football, my friend.
Well, that's what you say. I'm kidding. You're right. Sorry. I brought the room down yet again. Jesus.
When you bring the room up, you find a way to bring it up too, Ing, at the same time. You do. You know, it's like this, and then another comment, it's all the way up to the sky, you know, past the moon, past the stars, past anything, right? You guys are very, very amazing and blessed to have all you guys every Saturday. Seriously, it's a great panel, really is, you know, with everything.
Best place.
It is. It's so fun, you know. Every time I shut down the show, my broadcast, I take a minute, I close my eyes, I look back there, and I think about next week, what's going to happen next week's show. And I love what I do, but I love you guys too, because you guys make it.
It's the surprise element. You don't know. That's the excitement of every day you wake up with the sun shining. You don't know what the day's going to bring. So it's the same with sports and football.
Yeah.
You know, you just feel blessed and thank the good Lord, and you don't know what lies ahead.
Yeah, thank the good Lord, for giving you opportunities and tomorrow to make a better version of yourself. Every day is a new opportunity, better. Make anything better for yourself. If you're going through tough times, if there's things not going your way, just close your eyes and be thankful. Just try to make that day better.
These times are rough on everyone. Not only it's
beyond tough, Ing. It's beyond tough. It's not only tough in a way, but it's frustrating too with certain countries. What
it's new to most.
It's what?
It's new. Like we never lived through a world war or anything, but this whole pandemic shit and what's going on. It's worldwide.
It's beyond the pandemic, and it's the wars that you see.
It's all politicized,
right? People taking over countries and people being greedy over money and all of this, right? But again, I'm very thankful that I have a roof on top of my head. I have you guys. I don't take anything for granted. Just to tell you out there, I don't take anything for granted. And don't. Life is too short, man. And just wake up tomorrow with a blessing on your shoulder and say thank you, Lord, for giving me another day in this world.
That's right.
Gentlemen, any last words before I let you guys all go, including myself?
No. Any thoughts on the baseball season? Did that finally get approved? Did that deal?
It did. And I had no comment on it. I saw over the news. Glad it's back. Happy it's back. Just it pisses me off when I see stuff like that happen. Like I don't want to see that.
That's bullshit.
I know. Well, At the end of the day, though, there is going to be a season, and it'll be exciting to see what the Blue Jays bring this year.
I'm right, there will be.
I'll be pumped. I'll be having those Snapchat videos,
Or the-
Instagram videos, but I'm not gonna go around and talk about what happened and what's going on now. Hey, baseball's back. Baseball's back. See what the Jays do. Like Johnny, be good to you. Johnny,
I was
be
going
good.
to say, is Mr. Laurinaitis, is you a Pirates fan, or are you I think down in Texas?
You're like the
Rangers.
Rangers, right, John?
What's that?
You're like the Texas Rangers, right? You and your son go down to Texas games, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wasn't sure if you were a Pirates fan or a Rangers fan.
Are you a Rangers fan or a Pirates fan, John?
Rangers.
Okay.
Nice.
John Laurinaitis is the Mother Teresa to sports all over the world. I love you. No,
Okay.
try to be good. You're just Canadian. I'm sorry. Nothing wrong with that.
Hey, you just hope for the best. That's
so Canadian. That's so Canadian. And I feel the same way. I don't take it away from you. Or Joe, no. Jesus.
Yeah, come on, man. At least point to the right direction.
Well, I tried to point to west, but my camera is not.
Mother
set up
Teresa, I
this
haven't
way.
heard that one yet. Ing, haven't heard that one yet
I'm
for
just-
a long ass time. What do we got? We got 2 comments. Let's see. There's going to be a full season 2. Yeah. What more American? What's
She
more?
means baseball.
football or basketball?
Coach Love said there will be a full season of baseball.
I thought
Football.
I mean,
Football.
I don't know. For me, it's always seasonal. I mean, right now, of course, football is the off season. So, I mean, I'm excited about basketball and excited about where that's going. As they head into hockey, like is it hockey and basketball as they're heading into the playoffs? So focus is there. But I mean, you're still watching the draft. So it's still early for football. You still kind of watch the little trailers here and there. But, for me, focus is more on hockey and basketball season right now.
Yeah. I'm focused on it too. Really focus on that.
Basketball was actually invented in Canada. There you go.
Everything was invented in Canada.
Not
I was
everything.
muted. Amen, brother. Amen.
A lot of stuff. Not everything, but a lot of stuff.
Everything was invented in Canada.
Except the money. The Americans have the money for the sports.
Yeah, they
I'm
own
not
it.
even Canadian. My kid sat me down and said, Dad, if you don't shut up, we're going to deport you. I only have a German citizenship. I say nothing
Come
on
Hockey,
record anymore.
football,
Because they clip me.
curling.
Those they half Japanese.
Soccer was actually invented by Chinese.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
No, my wife's Japanese. I'm married 32 years. No prenup. If she kicks me, I take off.
Better behave yourself.
I do.
Oh,
Jesus.
I put in Google who invented football. It came up who invented walking.
Adam,
I
I guess.
don't know.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
Who
no.
invented
Would that have been Adam?
football?
I don't know.
Joe Booney, I always have the best times with you on social media. And
Appreciate it, buddy.
I wish I was wrong because I like to complain. I'm German. Joe
Any
Booney is the man.
early predictions for basketball playoffs? Who's going to make the run, or who's going to, or
Yes.
even March Madness? Do you get into March Madness at all? With that starting next week?
Yeah, I'm excited for that. Let me see.
We got any draft? Is there any brackets? You do any brackets or anything like that?
No, myself, I'm not doing any brackets. I don't watch enough March Madness myself. I watch enough sports. I think March Madness is. I'm gonna take a little break, but I'll watch the odd game here and there. But I think for the NBA playoffs, the National Basketball Association, I think the team to really look out for is the Miami Heat. The Heat and Bucks. I think those two are two to see that will make it far. And going on the other side, I think the Golden State Warriors have something to prove. And I think
You got Brooklyn that's stacked up now, and they got who else that made like a lot of trades and picked up Harden and I can't remember which team it was.
Sixers.
Yeah, Sixers are going to be a powerhouse
Yeah,
too.
that's going to be interesting. I mean, and Beeb has somebody, Simmons didn't want to work with him. So now, with Harden in there, that's going to be a good tandem, a good team.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'd like to see myself. I'd like to see the Suns. They came so close last year. They're still a young team. They're still growing and still one of the top teams now again this year. But
biggest failure in basketball is the Lakers. Biggest failure.
Well, they're struggling again right now. They again say, well, they got a lot of talent, but again, you can have all the talent and you're not putting it together.
Well, look at the Raptors. They were a complete team when they won.
Yeah,
they won.
Boy, it's. I mean, it was great. I couldn't believe they went into Phoenix and won on the road in Phoenix and beating one of the top teams. So that was good. But boy, again, I said, you look at all the pieces. I said, okay, they got good elements in there, and I feel like they're coming together, but not quite there.
Yeah,
you're right.
They just beat the Nuggets yesterday, 127-115. They're 37-30. They're in a playoff spot. So if they keep going how they're going, they'll make playoffs. And you know what? They're young. Again, they're a young team. They got Siakam. They got Van Vliet. They got some good players.
They got a lot of good pieces, right? And but there's times where you watch the games. Was it a couple of weeks ago?
Consistent.
They lost by 20 or 30 points to Charlotte.
Oh, yeah. I saw that game.
Jeez.
Wasn't that game in the Scotiabank Arena in Toronto, or was that in Charlotte?
Oh, I know. It was embarrassing. So, I mean, they go from beating the Suns to losing to Charlotte. So
they're not consistent. They got to stay consistent.
That's exactly it. I mean, I know they've had some injuries on and off, but I think even Siakam hasn't been consistent either. So
yeah.
I think he's, again, a great player, but I don't know if he's the go-to player. I don't know if, but I think as a team, they're working well.
We all know who's not consistent either, and it's the Leafs. The Leafs can beat Pittsburgh, but lose against Buffalo, Montreal.
Montreal's on their way back.
The Classic tomorrow night.
Montreal.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, I know you're going to say something, and go ahead.
No, but there so many hockey games have been postponed. Isn't that too tight now? Have them do they have to replay them?
Are they still getting an 80-game schedule in, or no?
They've played most of them. No, that's not the schedule.
They got about 20. Well, typically they do about 80 or 82 in the season. They're at 57, so it's another 20.
Will they be scheduled to be played, or
yes?
Do they just
I think
I
so.
don't know.
Yes, they will. They have to.
Yeah. Do they have time to do it?
They might run a little bit longer. Typically, the playoffs start the first or second week of April, so they might have to push that till the end of April. But I think they'll still get it in there.
Of course,
but they will. Like those games are not scrapped.
No. I was going to say the owners, they don't want to lose. It's always the all the money. They'll get those games.
That makes it sure we're gonna see.
You know who has to pay the most price for this is us fans. Losing.
Yes.
No, it's not the owners are owners. Yeah, I get it. They want to make money.
Same with baseball, right?
It's us, right? It's us, the fans out there, that we put our hearts.
I think that's why the baseball finished up the deal they did, because they do. They said they're going to lose the fans again, like they did before, right? So they didn't want to see that happen. So they, made sure they got a deal in. But it would have been bad for baseball if they didn't finish or get things.
Oh man, that would have been a crap show, because I wasn't around when the strike happened with baseball the last time, but I'll tell you something. I saw something.
Was 2000?
That was, I think, 1998.
Oh,
1997.
Okay.
I wasn't even around. I wasn't around. I was with God still at the time. But
I just moved to Canada in 1998.
I don't know. I saw some clips. And
that's what happened.
And I saw some stadiums.
Say no more. Trying to be good. Say no more.
A lot of empty stadiums at the time, yeah. So if they did that, if the strike happened again.
Oh.
And I always go to at least 2-3 Blue Jay games a year, right? So I'm looking forward to go this year. I want to see the Yankees in town, and I want to see the Mets. The Mets should be a good baseball team this year.
Yeah, that'll be exciting. I was going to say, you were on the hockey there, and you're talking about the Leafs, and I was looking at the standings. I said they're going to, if they start right now, if playoffs started, they'll be facing Tampa Bay the first round.
Yeah, good luck.
So the challenge with the Leafs is they'd be, it's always the goaltending, right? What are they
we will
do?
beat any of them trying to be good. Line them up.
Yeah, look, we'll beat Tampa Bay in the best of 7 series, but we'll lose against like a Buffalo team in the playoffs. I swear to God, that's all he needs. Been for since Joe Mooney has been born and before that.
Amen. Salim Alika, I almost said amen.
but they're consistent. There's the consistency.
Consistent against consistent teams. Right?
We do it.
We'll do it. We'll see what happens tomorrow against the Sabres in Hamilton, Ontario.
Yeah, that should be exciting. I mean, outdoor. I mean, boy, it's going to be cold. I don't know what the weather is in Buffalo, but it was -8. It was cold today. So, I mean,
oh, yeah.
Joe is going to stream it. Anyone who wants to join us tomorrow, watch it live.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are more than welcome to.
It's tomorrow night. I'm not sure what it starts. It was 7:38.
East Coast, so it's 4:30 my time. Jesus.
The Leafs
Was it
play
earlier in the
tomorrow
day?
at 4 p.m. Eastern time.
Oh, it's early. Okay, well, probably, yeah, they got to play by the daylight. Okay.
Yeah, bring ahead. Times go up ahead.
Don't we switch the clocks tonight?
Yep.
Oh,
tonight.
that's daylight savings. That happens. Another.
In a couple
Lose
hours.
an hour of sleep. Oh.
An hour and a half.
So right now it's supposed to be what, 11:21?
No, 1:21.
1. Clock goes ahead. Spring ahead. Clock goes ahead.
Is it 1:21 right now?
Yep.
Well, technically it's not, but at 2 o'clock you change it.
I think technically it's 2 a.m. Officially when it happens.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys. I'm not an expert on it, but why do they change the clocks? Is it because the time difference in other countries, or is it
Daylight
stupid?
Saves money not to light certain shit of what the industry does.
Initially, it was
That's
to help the farmers, but I mean, honestly, I don't think there's a reason
They
anymore.
don't
make a difference
They
at
have
all.
no clock. You know what? Johnny be good. A farmer,
Farmers go 24/7.
it's right
anyway.
to harvest. It's
You're
just
talking
go.
to one up there on the right. He's a farmer.
No,
There's
but
no reason for it at all.
yes, there's no reason for it.
They should just keep it like this because we have more daylight now.
Yeah, I think they should.
Especially
I know
for-
it's
for
saying
our-
that.
for
If
us
they just left it
posties.
alone, it would be fine. No.
Especially
Yeah,
for
but
us.
when it
posties.
gets dark, you should go to sleep. End of story. Just don't put another hour on top of it.
No, you
You
don't.
know,
What are you
it's-
going to do? We're up all
See,
night. No.
Never got it why summertime is ever implemented anywhere. Never got it.
Oh, I got to plug in my laptop. I'm going to lose my connection.
We're heading off.
Okay. My battery's going to go in a second here.
Well, I
Good
wanna
to
ask
talk
you
to
guys
you, Johnny. Be good.
All right.
Just drop out.
Before I let Johnny Be Good go and the rest of the crew grow, what kind of shirt you wearing? That's an interesting shirt you're wearing.
Me?
Is it Applebee?
Oh, no. I am wearing a casino shirt.
Okay, I thought it was Applebee for a second. I don't know why.
There you go.
Yeah. Cash spin. Okay. Maybe we'll go some cash spinning one of these days, Johnny. You know. But anyways, gentlemen, it's always a pleasure having you guys on. And hopefully, we can keep it going.
Good to see you again, Mamaster.
You too, Ing.
Hey, nice
John.
to see you. Yeah,
Johnny,
well,
be
Mike.
Nice to see you, Johnny. Be good. John, I love you so much. I don't have to tell you every time. Yeah, it's okay. Look at, I will come to Texas.
So, are you a Nuggets fan too, or no?
I was.
No, not you, Mo Meister. I was asking if he was
No,
a Nuggets.
no.
My bad.
Just the Broncos, Montreal Canadiens, and
Oh, Habs, nice. Yeah, me too. I'm a Habs fan. It's
Yeah.
been tough year. I mean, I'm just hoping we can get out of the basement, but
You better speak French, Johnny. Be
they're
good.
turning
To
around.
be a fan of the Montreal.
couldn't even beat Seattle tonight. Jeez, you're
I
tough.
know. We got a point, but little too late for that.
Oh man, it's a tough season, but I mean, I think they're on the right path, but it's a little too late for this season.
Yeah, hopefully they'll
Just
starting up
stockpile the
next
draft.
year.
They got to reunite, man. They got to bring back Carey Price when he's healthy again.
I don't
Yeah,
know
I think
him,
that's a
man.
long road. I don't think we'll see it this season, but
No. He deserves it.
yeah, oh yeah.
You
Well,
know.
we'll see if they
deserves
get Jake Allen back. He's supposed to be back soon too. He was
Yeah.
with an injury.
Price deserves what, Momeister?
I thought Montalvo has been doing an admirable job filling in though.
Yeah. Price deserves to go all the way.
Well, he
Yeah.
did.
He deserves
They
it.
can make a playoff run, but
On
it
the
won't
top.
be this year. Yeah,
Would've
maybe
been
with
nice
that
last
change,
year.
with coaching change, I think that'll help to bring him back on the right track.
Marty St. Louis, man.
Yeah, Marty saying, yeah, perfect. Yeah, I think it was great. It's a great move.
Yeah.
It is. Bring back Vince LeCavalier.
Bring back some respectability to the team anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
All right,
Beautiful
gotta run.
people. I love you guys, and we'll talk again soon.
All right, see you, Joe.
I'll give you the
Have a
mile
great
high
night.
salute. The mile high salute.
And I'll give you the MVP.
Thank you for having me. Good to see you guys.
Bye.
Yeah.
All right. Take
John,
care, guys.
stay backstage. John, I want to talk to you backstage. You and Ink.
All right.
Okay, take care, guys.
Yeah. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
My beautiful people, I really, 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 really enjoyed tonight's episode. From the chat, from the amazing people on the panel tonight, from Johnny Be Good to my father, to even Mr. John Laurinaitis, who was half asleep and is backstage right now playing with his hair, right? But it was so fun tonight. We learned a lot from all amazing people that came on the show tonight, especially Johnny Be Good, asking him what his thoughts on Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson. See, I'm a host and I like to bring facts too, but I like to listen in, like the inside. I like to listen in with other people, what they have to say. That's what sports is about. Broadcasters, when you listen to like Troy Aikman, Tony Romo, you listen to them and they listen what Romo has to say, and then Romo listens to what Aikman has to say. And that's what I do too. I like to listen to these guys, even Ink. Ink's not a big football guy. He's more of a hockey guy. But he says some stuff I've never heard before on live television. Like the guy knows what he's saying, The guy doesn't even watch football. So that's why I like bringing him up on the panel. And he's a good friend of mine and a great Booney believer. Good night from the great city of London, Ontario, Canada. We shall see you soon. And that will be next Saturday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Love you all, guys. Love you all. Good night, folks.